weather because another hot day, John. We're just trying to figure out how to avoid the heat. Good morning.
No, we're just gearing up for more, it seems like, as we've worked our way through a weekend that did bring a little bit of variety to us, but especially for our inland areas, a continuation of warm conditions. Today is going to feel pretty familiar, and we have a heat spike ahead of us later this week that's going to take us back up into the triple digits for a lot of spots come Wednesday and Thursday. This is where we're at the coastline this morning. We do have some fog out there at the coast. This is going to be a sign of at least some cool air that's right along the coast that pushes on into the bay. Really does its best to try to filter through the gaps of the bay, making its way into the rest of us. But it's really just a matter of what that wind direction does and how far it penetrates inland. We're still going to have that high pressure ridge in place, and we're still going to have heat for our inland areas. The interactivity between the cool coastal air and our hot, dry inland air is going to be pretty noticeable. Some pretty strong breezes, much like we saw yesterday, as that cool air really tried to help us out and move inland. As you can see, high pressure sits with us into the end of the week, resulting in a warm southerly flow, and that does result in that heat spike, especially come Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Thus, we do have heat advisories continued through 8 p.m. on Friday evening for almost all of the Bay Area, except for the immediate coastline. And as you can see, the rest of the West Coast from the Mexican border through the Canadian border, also right there with us with this scorching hot heat. We saw all-time records being broken in spots like Palm Springs over the weekend and Death Valley. We're looking at a continuation of this same round of heat ahead of us. Let's get a look at the numbers across the map. 60s to 70s in SF today. Only 60s at the coast, a cool spot if you want to get out there. Anticipate a little fog at the coastline. 70s to 80s for most of the Bay Shore today. The South Bay, you'll be looking at daytime highs, a little cooler than you had been, but still hot. Morgan Hill up at 98, San Jose at 91, Santa Clara at 88 degrees. 80s along the East Bay shoreline from Hayward to Fremont, while near triple digits in Livermore. For Oakland, you'll be at 75, San Leandro at 78 degrees, while Danville up to Concord in the 90s. And Antioch at 99 degrees today. Vacaville definitely on the hotter side of things, one of our few spots that'll reach the triple digits. By Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, as I mentioned, that heat spike is back with us. Looking at the hottest of temperatures Wednesday and Thursday themselves. Bayshore cities will also be looking at temperatures climbing from the low 80s on average today to the low 90s by the time we reach Thursday. The weekend does show signs of relief, and your extended outlook into next week also bringing at least a easing off the gas pedal of this heat towards the extended forecast. As for your roads, what we have